Self-awareness, one of the most important and crucial traits you can have as a human. But what even is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to have an honest look at your own life without the attachment of it being right or wrong. There was actually a Harvard study done that showed that 95% of people think they're self-aware, when in reality it's only about 10 to 15% of people that are actually self-aware. So that means, statistically speaking, most of you are not self-aware. Now, what's the importance of self-awareness? Why should you be a self-aware person? Well, like I mentioned, by looking at your life honestly and not having an attachment to what you're doing right or wrong, as a self-aware person, you're able to take a step back, look at your life objectively, and identify what you're doing right and wrong. From there, you evolve on the things that you're doing right, and you work and change on the things you are doing wrong to overall grow and become the best version of yourself. Because if you're not able to criticize your own self, then how are you able to grow and develop as a person? Now, you're probably asking yourself, am I a self-aware person? Because you gave me the statistics saying that only about 10 to 15% of people are. So here's how to know if you're self-aware. When you're trying to figure out something about yourself, what question do you ask? For example, if you're feeling anxious, most people would ask why. Why am I feeling anxious? But the issue with asking why is that it creates endless possibilities and results in you being more stressed out and getting nothing done. Instead, people that are more self-aware ask what. So if you're feeling anxious, you would ask, what can I do to feel better? This narrows it down, makes you come up with an answer and execute a solution. Another great example you can most likely relate to is that when things are going wrong in your life, a lot of people will ask, why are things going wrong? But again, this creates endless possibilities, doesn't allow you to narrow it down, and results in you getting nothing done. But someone that is more self-aware would ask, what can I do to feel better? This puts the weight on your shoulders, as it should, allows you to really analyze yourself and what you're doing wrong, and from there execute a solution to feel better. So now, what can you do to become a more self-aware person? Well, the first thing is to analyze your faults. What are you doing wrong? Now, the thing about humans is that we're filled with ego. So when you're asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Chances are you won't come up with an answer because you think you're perfect and you think you're doing everything right, when in reality, you're not. This is something that Jordan Peterson said on a podcast that I actually liked a lot. He said, if you really want to know something about yourself, one night sit on your bed and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? And if you really think about that hard enough, you will come up with an answer. It won't be an answer that you like, but it will be the necessary answer for you, because you'll truly realize something in your life that you're not doing right, but you've probably been ignoring it because it's easier to live with it rather than change it. Now, this can be different for everyone. For some people, it'll be them being out of shape, knowing that they need to start exercising to get in shape, but they don't want to do it yet because it's too hard. For others, it might be the habit of complaining and constantly complaining, stressing themselves out, but they keep doing it because it's easier to complain than to change the situation that they're in. The second thing is to practice self-discipline. And this is actually something I learned a lot myself ever since I started doing my own career independently. Because I used to work at Walmart and I had a boss. Now, the thing about having a boss is that they hold you accountable. So if they told me to come in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., tomorrow morning I would get up and get to work at 8 a.m. There was no question about it. But now that I pursued a career where I'm my own boss, I need to hold myself accountable. But at first I would struggle with this, because I would wake up in the morning knowing that I need to answer emails, record videos, etc. But no one's gonna tell me to do it except myself. And so oftentimes I would procrastinate it. I would lie to myself, tell myself that I would do it and not end up doing it. And so that's where self-discipline comes in. You hold yourself accountable to things that you know are good for you and actually executing and doing them. So if you tell yourself that every day at 1 p.m. you're gonna go work out, then every single day at 1 p.m. you should go work out. The same exact way as if it was your teacher or your boss telling you to do something. Because as soon as you lie to yourself once, you make it okay. So you'll do it again, you'll do it again, and you'll do it again. And the third thing you can do to become a more self-aware person, and this is actually proven and it's an exercise you can do, is to meditate. Because meditation is all about you becoming more in tune with yourself. The whole idea of it is you sitting there with your eyes closed and focusing on your breathing. But what happens is that as you're doing this, thoughts constantly come and go, and so your mind will naturally wander off. And so the whole point of meditation is to catch when your mind wanders off and bring your attention back to your breath. And by doing that repeatedly, you're able to gain more control over your own thoughts rather than having your thoughts control you. And this is crucial for a human because oftentimes we do a lot of things that are wrong for us. We complain, we stress ourselves out, we get anxious. And this is crucial for a human because oftentimes our thoughts are controlling us. You start complaining, you fall into this rabbit hole of worrying. You might be doing something in the moment that's enjoyable, but a thought passes your head that stresses you out, and just like that, your whole mood switches. And so if your thoughts are controlling you, then you become nothing more than just a puppet to your own mind. Now, I actually have my own app where I have all my training programs, one-on-one coaching, etc. But I'm also working on a mindfulness and wellness section on this app, where I'll be talking more in depth about these topics analytics and more personalized to you. So if you want to join my app, there's actually a 7-day free trial, so you can join it, give it a try. If you don't like it, you can leave. If you like it, you can stay and continue with us. I'll leave the link in the description down below, and I would love to see you there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to leave a big thumbs up, as well as to subscribe and turn those post notifications on so you know exactly when I upload. And that's it, man. I will see you in the next video.